So, welcome students. Last time we have discussed fifth parameter of motion, that is acceleration, and one problem. So today we will discuss some problems. So first problem is a car is moving with speed of 20 meter per second, brought to the rest in time of 4 seconds. A car is moving with speed of 20 meter per second is brought to rest in time of 4 seconds. Then we have to find what? We have to find acceleration, total distance covered. So suppose this is car. So initial point is this. So this is moving with velocity with speed of 20 meter per second. So this is brought to rest, or this is brought to rest in 4 seconds. So this is 4 seconds. Then what we have to find? We have to find acceleration. So first of all, we will write here 4 equations of motion. What are those equations? V square minus u square is equal to 2as. V is equal to u plus V is equal to u plus 80. Next is S is equal to ut plus half 80 square. Then Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. So we know all these 4 equations of motion. So here we have given what we have given. So I will write here given the car is moving with speed of 20 meter per second. So final speed, initial speed we will consider as v, and final speed is how much? 20 meter per second. So we have to bring this car at rest. So final velocity is 0. So final velocity is 0 meter per second. So how much time it will take? 4 seconds. So t is 4 seconds. So from all these 4 equations, we can use which equation? That is, we know v, we know u, also we know t, time. So what we have to find? Acceleration. We will use second equation. So write v is equal to u plus 80. Therefore we know v is 0, v is 0, u is 20 plus, we have to find a, and t is 4 seconds. So we can write as a is equal to or we can write like this, 20 is equal to 4a. So a is equal to 20 by 4. So a will become So here we got a is equal to 5. तर आपल्याला काय मिळालं a is equal to 5. तर a is equal to 5. तर इथं आपण काय आपल्याला काय फाइंड करायचं आहे ऍक्सेलरेशन. सो ही साइड इकडे आल्यानंतर काय होईल -20. 4a is equal to -20. So a is equal to -20/4. This is also minus. So a is equal to -5. What is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. Meter per second square. So what we got here? Acceleration. A car is moving with speed of 20 meter per second is brought to rest. म्हणजे एक कार 20 मीटर पर सेकंद जात आहे, स्पीड ने जात आहे, तर याला रेस्ट पोझिशन मध्ये आणण्यासाठी 4 सेकंद एवढा टाइम लागतो. तर आपल्याला काय फाइंड करायचं आहे ऍक्सेलरेशन फाइंड करायचं आहे. तर त्याच्यासाठी आपण कुठलं इक्वेशन यूज करणार आहे आपल्याला माहिती आहे फायनल स्पीड इज v, इनिशियल स्पीड इज u, देन टाइम पण माहिती आहे आपल्याला. तर आपण ही इक्वेशन यूज करून v is equal to u plus 80. so v is 0, u is 20, a is we have to find a, so put the value of t. so 4a is equal to -20, then a is equal to -20/4, a is equal to -5. so this -5, so this minus sign indicates what it indicates? Retardation. In the last lecture already we have seen retardation or negative acceleration, or it is also called as deceleration. Deceleration. So this acceleration is negative. What we are doing here? We are bringing that car to the rest position, right? Then next we have to find total distance covered. So we have a formula total distance. Total distance we know v, u, as well as now we found acceleration, then we have to find s. So we will use this formula. This is first, this is second. What we have found here? What we have found? Acceleration. Acceleration. Now total distance. Total distance we have to find. We have a formula. कुठला फॉर्म्युला आहे किंवा आपल्याला t माहिती आहे, a माहिती आहे, u माहिती आहे, तर आपण या फॉर्म्युलानुसार काढू शकतो. तर s is equal to ut plus half 80 square. तर u माहिती आहे आपल्याला, u किती आहे 20 into 4, that is t, plus half a is we already found for -5, and t we know 4 square. So this is 80 plus and minus, so it will become 16 into 5, 80/2, 40. So this is 40. So the total distance we got 40, unit is meter. So the total distance we got, unit is, we got 40 meter. So what we have found? Acceleration acceleration is -5 meter per second square. This acceleration is in negative direction, means negative acceleration. So we will call it as a retardation or deceleration. And we found total distance. So total distance covered by this vehicle or car is 40 meter, right? Then next we will see another problem. So एवढंच लिहून घ्या, व्हिडिओ पॉज करा, मी लिहून घ्या. त्याच्यानंतर नेक्स्ट एक्झाम्पल इज a body is moving with a body is moving with velocity with velocity 10 meter per second at a and is moving with velocity 15 meter per second. 15 meter per second. When it reaches B, if distance AB is 20 meter, if distance AB is 20 meter. So one car is moving with some speed means one body or car. Suppose we will consider here car. A car is moving with how much speed, how much velocity? A car is moving with velocity of 10 meter. Suppose this is point A, this is point B. So at point A the velocity of car is 10 meter per second and moving with velocity 15 meter per second when it reaches to point B. So at point B the car's velocity is 15 meter per second and the distance AB is also given, that is 20 meters. The distance AB is how much? 20 meters. Then what we have to find acceleration of the body. I will write in short. Find acceleration of the body or of the car. So we know that u is equal to how much? U initial velocity 10 meter per second. Final velocity v is 15 meter per second and distance is, so we know the displacement is 20 meter. So we have already formula. Which is that formula? This one. So we will use this formula, right? v square minus u square is equal to 2as. What we have to find? This acceleration. We have to find acceleration. So we know v is what? Final velocity, u is initial velocity, s is displacement or distance. So we will put the values. So or we can convert also. A is equal to v square minus u square divided by 2s. Then it will become easy to solve. So put the values of v, u and s. So v is 15 square minus u is 10 square divided by 2 into how much? 20 meters. 20 meters. So 15 square 225, 10 square 100 divided by 40. Then we will get this is equal to 125 divided by 40, and we will get how much? 3. Then we will get 3.12 meter per second square. Meter per second square. So acceleration we got how much? A is equal to 3.12 meter per second square. So here you can get options also. 3.12 meter per second square, 3.15 meters per second square, 3.00 meter per second square. So you have to select proper answer from all the options. So हे समजलं? ठीक आहे. परत एकदा आपण बघूया. A body is moving with velocity 10 meter per second at a. So that velocity at a किंवा कार समजा कार जात आहे, कारची velocity आहे 10 meter per second. Then is moving with velocity 15 meter per second when it reaches to point B. So या point B पर्यंत पोहोचल्यानंतर त्या कारची velocity किती असणार आहे? 15 meter per second. And the distance between point A and point B is 20 meters. So what we have to find? We have to find acceleration. So we have a formula u square minus v square minus u square is equal to 2as. We know u, v and s. Then we know formula also. So we will put all the values in this formula. Then we will get acceleration. So the acceleration we got how much? 3.12 meter per second square. So तर एवढंच लिहून घ्या. त्याच्यानंतर we will move to next formula. We will move to next formula. The next problem is driver of a car applies brake. Driver of a car applies brake when the car is moving at a speed. When the car brake when the car is moving at a speed of 20 meter per second. At a speed of 20 meter per second and at a distance of 50 meter and at a distance of 50 meters and at a distance of 50 meters from the wall. From the wall. A driver of the car applies brake. The driver of the car applies brake when the car is moving at a speed of 20 meters per second at a distance of 50 meters from the wall. Brakes produces a constant retardation. Brakes produces a constant retardation of how much? 5 meter per second square. Constant retardation of 5 meter per second square. Then find the distance. Find the distance of a car. Find the distance of a car from the wall. Find the distance of a car from the wall. From the wall at t is equal to 3 seconds. तर प्रॉब्लेम काय आहे बघा. प्रॉब्लेम असा आहे, ड्रायव्हर ऑफ अ कार applies brake when the car is moving at a speed of 20 meter per second and at the distance of 50 meter from the wall. Brakes produces a constant retardation of 5 meter per second square. Find the distance of a car from the wall at t is equal to 3 seconds. तर लक्ष द्या. समजा एक कार आहे, तर ही कार या दिशेने जात आहे. तर कारचा स्पीड किती आहे? 20 मीटर पर सेकंड या स्पीडनं कार या दिशेनं जात आहे. तर इथून कार पासून 50 मीटर अंतरावर एक वॉल म्हणजे काय, कार पासून 50 मीटर अंतरावर एक भिंत आहे. तर हा जो ड्रायव्हर आहे यानं ब्रेक अप्लाय केलेला आहे. तर ब्रेक अप्लाय केल्यानंतर कारचं डिसिलरेशन म्हणजे काय, ॲक्सेलरेशन कमी कसं होतं बघा, कुठल्या यानं म्हणजे कुठल्या टाईपनं होतं किंवा कुठल्या किती डिसिलरेशन होतं. 5 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वेअर. तर कारचं डिसिलरेशन 5 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वेअर असं होत आहे. तर डिसिलरेशन किती होत आहे? 5 मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वेअर. तर फाइंड द डिस्टन्स ऑफ अ कार फ्रॉम द वॉल ॲट t इज इक्वल टू 3 सेकंड्स. तर इथून जिथे कार आहे, समजा इथे कार आहे, तर इथून आफ्टर 3 सेकंड्स ही कार किती डिस्टन्स किंवा या वॉल मधील आणि कार मधील डिस्टन्स किती आहे हे फाइंड करायचं. तर s is equal to what between after t is equal to 3 seconds. इक्वल टू 3 सेकंड मध्ये s इज इक्वल टू व्हॉट डिस्प्लेसमेंट किती आहे किंवा डिस्टन्स बिटवीन वॉल अँड द कार वी हॅव टू फाइंड. So you have given options here. I will write option here. A is equal to A is 12.5 meter. B is given 13.5 meter. C is 14.5 meter and D is 15.5 meters. So what we have to find? We have to find the distance between that wall and car when the driver applies brake. Right? आपल्याकडे फॉर्म्युला आहे. कुठला फॉर्म्युला आहे? डिस्प्लेसमेंट काढायसाठी S is equal to ut plus half at square. सो हा फॉर्म्युला आपल्याकडे. तर S म्हणजे माहिती आहे तुम्हाला, S काढायचा आहे, डिस्टन्स काढायचा आहे, डिस्टन्स बिटवीन कार अँड वॉल. सो U, what is U here? तर U is 20 meter per second. So 20 multiplied by T is after 3 seconds. So T is 3 plus half A is, so here it is इथं काय सांगितलेलं आहे retardation means negative acceleration. So this retardation, so retardation म्हणजे negative acceleration. तर हेच किती आहे -5 meter per second square. So इथं आपल्याला काय लिहावं लागेल -5. ठीक आहे. तर T आपल्याला माहित आहे, T is 3 square. So calculate this. तर काय मिळेल 60 plus I will write directly 60 minus 9 किती मिळेल तर 45 divided by 2, then 120 minus 45 divided by 2, and you will get 37.5 meters. So हे जे डिस्टन्स तुम्हाला मिळालं, तर ब्रेक अप्लाय केल्यानंतर कार कुठपर्यंत जाईल याचं तुम्हाला डिस्टन्स मिळालं. समजा हे दिलेलं आहे, किती आहे 50 मीटर. या डिस्टन्स किती आहे 50 मीटर दिलेलं आहे. तर तुम्हाला काय मिळालं, ब्रेक अप्लाय केल्यानंतर कार कुठपर्यंत जाईल, इथपर्यंत जाईल. इथपर्यंत म्हणजेच 37.5 मीटर्स, 37.5 मीटर्स पर्यंत जाईल. तर तुम्हाला काय क्वेश्चन विचारलेला आहे, फाइंड द डिस्टन्स ऑफ अ कार फ्रॉम द वॉल ॲट t is equal to 3 seconds. Find the distance between the car and the wall after driver when he applies brake. So तर आपल्याला हे डिस्टन्स पाहिजे. हे डिस्टन्स किती होईल, तर हे आहे 50. तर कार इथे थांबत आहे 37.5 मीटरला. तर हे डिस्टन्स किती असेल, सो S is equal to 50 minus 37.5 किती 12.5 meters. So S is how much, 12.5 meters. That the distance of a car from the wall at t is equal to 3 seconds is 12.5 meters. So I will write here 12.5 meters. So answer is this A, 12.5 meters. So now we will move to the next question. So what is next question, we will see now. तर एवढंच पॉज करून लिहून घ्या. त्याच्यानंतर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन काय आपण बघूया. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन काय होगा. A car traveling at 72 kilometers per hour. 72 kilometers per hour decelerates uniformly. Decelerates uniformly at 2 meter per second square. Then calculate the distance it travels. Calculate the distance it travels during first and third second. A car traveling at 72 kilometers per hour decelerates uniformly. This is important. Decelerates means that negative acceleration. So a car traveling at 72 kilometers per hour decelerate uniformly at 2 meter per second square. Then calculate the distance it travels during first and third second. तर आपल्याला काय करायचं आहे बघा. तर डिस्प्लेसमेंट ॲट फर्स्ट अँड थर्ड सेकंड हे आपल्याला फाइंड करायचं आहे. तर गिवन काय आहे बघा. सो गिवन आय विल राइट हियर. गिवन u is equal to 72 किलोमीटर पर आवर. तर फायनल स्पीड काय u is 72 kilometer per hour. A means negative acceleration is given 2 meter per second square. Then n is given. N is equal to 1. N is equal to 3. तर हे दोन्ही युनिट डिफरंट आहेत. तर आपण याला पहिला कन्वर्ट करूया. तर यू काय मिळेल आपल्याला किलोमीटर पर आवर इंटू मीटर पर सेकंड मध्ये कन्वर्ट करायचं आहे. तर यू इज 20 मीटर पर सेकंड and this is 2 meter per second square. And we know n1 n is equal to 1, n is equal to 3 per hour. Then what do we have to find here? S1. So what is the formula for n? Displacement at n second. N second means first second and third second. So we will change this formula. S1 is equal to u plus a by 2 into, so it will become if we put, we will write here as it is Sn 2n minus 1. So we know this formula to find the, what we have to find, displacement at first and third second. So we will put all these values. S1 is equal to u. What is u? U is 20 meter per second plus a. A we know 2. So this is negative acceleration. So we will put here minus 2 divided by 2. So 2 into 1 minus 1. This is 20 plus, or I will write directly 20 minus 2 by 2. Then how much it will become? 40 minus 2 divided by 2. 38 by 2. 90 meter. So S1 is 19 meter. What is S1? Distance during first second. Distance during first second is 19 meters. Then now we will find distance during third second. S3 will put values 20 plus minus 2 divided by 2 into 2 and n is 3 minus 1. So it will become 20 minus 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 1, 5 multiplied by 2, 10 by 2. So 40 minus 10 by 2 will become how much? 15 meters. So S3 is how much? 15 meters. So the distance travels during first and third second. The distance traveled during first and third second is, first second is 19 meters. Then for third is 15 meters. Right? Then we will see the next problem. तर एवढंच पॉज करून घेऊया. So in next problem, what we have to find? We have to find displacement ratio. रेशो कसा काढायचा आपण? रेशो कसा काढायचा ते आपण आता बघूया. रेशो कसा काढायचा? तर प्रॉब्लेम काय आपला? If a drop of water, if a drop of water किंवा if a drop from tap, if a drop from tap म्हणजे काय? तर चावीचे जे पाणी आहे ते. If a drop from a tap falls with zero initial velocity, zero initial velocity, the ratio of displacement, the ratio of displacement of the drop. So the ratio of displacement of the drop in first comma second and third second third second third, third second of its motion. तर आपल्याला काय फाइंड करायचं आहे हे पहिला आपण बघूया. तर आपल्याला काय फाइंड करायचं आहे, समजा तर हा टॅप वॉटर इथून पडत आहे असं लक्षात घ्या. तर this is initial speed of this drop and suppose this is at time t is equal to first second, this is t is equal to second, t is equal to third second, right? तर हा ड्रॉप या टॅप मधून पडत आहे. तर काय आपल्याला फाइंड करायचं आहे, द रेशो ऑफ डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ द ड्रॉप इन फर्स्ट सेकंड अँड थर्ड सेकंड ऑफ इट्स मोशन. तर याच्यामधील या तिन्ही मधला रेशो फाइंड करायचा आहे, फर्स्ट सेकंड अँड थर्ड ड्रॉप मधला रेशो. तर कसं फाइंड करायचं ते आपण बघूया. आताच आपण यूज केलेला फॉर्म्युला परत बघूया. Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. The initial velocity or initial speed of the drop is 0. So initial velocity u is equal to 0. So we can put here u is 0 plus, then or we can write the given u is equal to 0, a is equal to, for freely falling body we know for freely falling body acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square and this is 0 meter per second. So for freely falling body acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square and we have to find n is also given 1, 2 and 3. Okay, then we know u is 0. So we will write here as it is a by 2, we know, because we have to find what ratio. So n is 1 for S1, n is 1, 2 minus 1 is 1, so S1 is a by 2. Then we will see S2. So I will write directly here 0 plus a by 2, 2 into 2 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, 3a by 2. So S2 is 3a by 2. Then we will see S3. S3 is equal to, I will write directly u is 0 plus a by 2 and this is 3 into 2 6 minus 1 is 5. So S3 we got 5 a by 2. So if you observe carefully all these S1, S2 and S3, then the ratio we will get is, I will write firstly as it is S1 as 2, S2 as 2, S3 is equal to how much? I will write directly 1 as to 3 as to 5. So what we have asked, the ratio of displacement of the drop in first second and third second of its motion. So what we got, the ratio is S1 as to S2 as to S3 is 1 as to 3 as to 5. Okay, thank you. In next lecture we will cover some other points and some problems.